Now?
So the phenomenon of the two pinnacle lead characters, you've got Jack and you've got Sawyer.
I love you. A little afternoon delight.
You either like one or the two. You either like that roughness or you like that clean-cut, gonna rescue you from a burning building kind of vibe. But who will Kate choose? I don't know. When they first were on the island, I thought that Kate was going to be going for Jack. There was lots of flirting going on. He was the doctor, he was rugged. And then you kind of saw her going off Jack slightly, and this really... He's troubled. Sawyer is a troubled soul. She would go around and they would read together in the tent, and I thought, she is going to get it, and Sawyer's going to give it to her.
Lucky, lucky, lucky Kate. That's all I'll say. And she did, I think, show a bit of a hussy side to her. Definitely. There was a little bit of tartiness about that girl, because she used to get all jealous about Jack, all, you know, peeved with him, and run off and do the horizontal fandango with Sawyer.
Shut up and don't talk.
Clearly, as I would if I got the choice, she's going to have a slice of each. I mean, you would, wouldn't you? Do you want a slice of blueberry pie? Do you want a slice of apple pie? I want a slice of both. So I'm going to go for it. And the other thing she did, which is a classic girl thing to do, is the spoon licking. The seductive spoon licking.
Can I borrow that spoon?
Yeah.
I mean, we've all done the seductive spoon licking. And you guys go crazy for it. It's like falling off a log.
Thanks.
Kate, Jack, and Sawyer. Who's going to end up with who?
Well, let's sort of assess the status of the love triangle at the end of Series 4.
Okay.
Kate and Jack got engaged in the future, but it completely is blown up.
Did not look like it ended well between them in the future.
If you have problems, you need to figure them out, because I can't have you like this around my son.
Sawyer had a chance to escape on the helicopter, but he basically gave Kate a kiss and then jumped 100 feet into the ocean and swam back to the island. So he obviously doesn't really care that much about his relationship with Kate.
Or does he care so much about her that he can't bear to think about what their future together might be?
Wow, it's confusing. But I think there's probably more to come.
It sure is.
Clear as mud. They obviously have no idea. They seem more confused than we are.
I get the flashbacks, I get the flash forwards. Just when you and you get the relationships, okay, he's not bad, he's quite good actually, oh, he's in charge now, whatever. Just when you think you're getting hold of it, time travel. What's that all about?
We'll go back and that yesterday.
Exactly, we already answered that question.
So many amazing things have been started and not yet finished in Lost yet. And one of my favourites was the time travel aspect.
You okay?
You look a lot older now, huh?
Time travel is huge. Huge, huge, huge. They could get a whole new mini-series out of it. There could be Lost spin-offs left, right and centre with that. We could be here for hundreds of years making this TV show.
See, the problem is I've got a small male mammal brain in there, and I know the fact that I don't get a lot of stuff. So I look at the time travel in Lost and I go, I don't understand why it's in there. So if I could sit down with the creators, first of all I'd poke them, I'd go, just tell me what the ending is. And then I'd go, time travel. Is it something actually to do with the ending? Tell me. I'll squeeze your nipple until you tell me. Eek.
Time travel is going to be important to the uber structure of Lost. You know, it's something that we have been introducing in very small dollops along the way, but obviously based on what you saw at the end of Series 4, you know, down in the Orchid Station, Marvin Candle is explaining to us this thing called the Casimir effect, and what the Orchid actually does seems to involve the properties of space-time. So,
and they moved the island. I mean, look, that was the big climax of Season 4. The island gets moved, and where it gets moved in space-time, of course, is the big mystery.
Or when it gets moved.
Exactly. Well, yes, exactly.
Where and when.
Where and when. And that obviously is hopefully the mystery that the viewers will ponder between the end of this season and the start of the next one.
Ah, it's the Casimir effect. Now it all makes sense. It's the Casimir effect, everyone. It's all perfectly clear now. When the cast and crew came to town, we had to beg and plead to get on set. But it was worth it to see them do their stuff.
I'd love it, Michael, to get into this area so we see this beautiful lobby.
May I help you? Oh, yes, I'm here to see Mr. and Mrs.
The scenes that are set in the UK have Ben as a player in them. And yes, in the course of those events, you will get to know Ben a whole lot better.
So, is that close enough? It looks to me like he's looking awful across the things. Is that better?
Wake up, Charles.
Now let's cut to the chase and ask the question everyone wants answered.
If I could ask the creators of the show anything, one question, it would be, what happens at the end? I can't sleep at night.
How does it all end?
What is the ending?
What's going to happen in the end?
I know the ending.
We know very well what's going to happen at the end of 6.
And I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it will be worth the wait.
Is it an 1830s resort? Have they all been sent there? You know, are we going to turn out they're actually on a bar crawl and they've forgotten?
Who stays on the island? Who survives and who dies?
I, Brian Downing, want to know what is the ending of Lost, and I want to know it now.
The story starts with a bunch of people crashing on a plane, and it's building to a conclusion, which obviously we can't tell you right now, but we had to know exactly how many more episodes we had to get to that conclusion. So for us, it was a lot like J.K. Rowling announcing after the first Harry Potter book that there would be 7 Harry Potter books. You know, it defined what the journey was going to be, and we wanted to do the same for our audience.
And once we're done with Lost, we're going to write the 8th Harry Potter book, just because we can.
And she's going to do the 8th season of Lost. It's a very
7th
surprising.
season of
7th
Lost.
season. Well, no, we're doing the zombie season, the 7th season.
Right.
Then J.K. Rowling's going to do the 8th season.
Right. You heard it here first, folks.
And finally, one last thing I had to ask on behalf of the Sky One viewers. Could they let us know what to expect from the next season of Lost?
There have been some rumors that we will be seeing very little of the island in season 5, and those rumors are
false.
Vastly inflated.
Sadly and unfortunately, some other characters who you care about might meet their demise between now and the end of the series.
Not everybody's going to make it. But again, when you die on Lost, it doesn't mean that that's the last time you see from that character.
Right.
Christian Shepherd, who is a character who's actually dead when the show starts, his coffin is somewhere in the middle of the jungle, is also emerging as someone who is going to become incredibly important as the show moves forwards.
Yeah, Jack's father is someone who will also be very important in season 5.
Right then, so where are we? Do they make it up? No. Allegedly. Who is Widmore? A big, unpeeled onion. Is Ben good or evil? Well, that's a wait and see, I suppose. Jacob. Oh, he's mysterious. Island powers, easy. Wormholes and electromagnetics. Got that one sorted. The black smoke. Well, it's misunderstood. Hair? That's done by Marge, obviously. Love triangle? Not a clue. Time travel? More in the future. Or is that the past?
Our goal is simple, really. You know, when all is said and done, and people have invested themselves in 6 seasons of the show and over 115 hours of the show, that they'll basically say, that was really worth it. I didn't waste any of my time investing in this show or the characters or the story. They'll look back on it with sort of a degree of nostalgia and fondness, and they'll know exactly what the monster is.
Maybe. No, you will. You will. Maybe. No. You will.
Perhaps.
All right. Well, thanks for having us.
Crystal clear.
Rescue me, or take me